finish up in the number 3 spot out of Danbury, North Carolina. He's Canvas, MTF, Factory Connection, Dunlop Tires, and FMF sponsored as well. Whoa, I've had a host of guests in that chair today, and Greg Paymart is joining us in this one now. We know him and love him as Frenchie around the racetrack, and now the man with the Moto Kicks, man, the MKS Moto Kicks. Welcome to the tower, and we'll talk a little bit about those shoes in a moment. Right now, I want to talk about what we're going to be watching right here at race 17.
Yeah, my boys out there, you know, we get Bronny up front as it's kind of an unusual sight, right, to see Bronny out there, and
yeah,
you know, he didn't go out and practice.
No way.
He went straight to his first moto a couple of days ago, and I was like, I didn't know he was here, and then all of a sudden here he's lined up with the first moto, and he knows what to do. He doesn't need to practice. You know?
Absolutely. He's had a few go-rounds around this course. If they made any changes, he'll figure it out. He'll make the adjustments during the race.
It's incredible to see the different style between Brownie, Gruy, and Barry. I spent a lot of times behind those guys, very few moments in front of them, but line selection, you know, especially Barry, that's the old dog out there. He's got so many laps, so many races under his belt that you can see the little line. He's looking over. He doesn't look very fast, never very aggressive, but very precise. He's waiting for the moment to pull the trigger. He never pulled the trigger early in the motos. You know, he's gonna analyze the Gruys each line inches by inches, and then he's gonna get close and try to pull the trigger. And he's done it in Supercross.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing that, you know, Barry does do that. You're right. He never necessarily takes any, like, he just don't go blasting through the pack and take unnecessary chances. He analyzes the situation before he makes the move, and that's calculated, you know, and rightfully so. That could be coming from experience for sure as we roll through this Race Tech Moto. And this race brought to you by Race Tech, the world's largest aftermarket motorcycle suspension modification company, inventors of the proprietary award-winning gold valves. Race Tech gold valves provide a plush feel with drastically improved bottoming resistance and increased traction. All Race Tech products are 100% guaranteed and made in the USA. I tell you,
Hoorah.
Here's the thing. Well, we'll finish that thought in just a moment. Right now, let's send it down to Mikey Waynes.
Hey guys, down here, Schoolboy 2, 12 to 17 BC. Drew Adams, a third place finish on the weekend, man, or the week. How you feeling?
Well, that's not really how I wanted to finish. I just had a lap where I about crashed in the sweeper and a few times up here, and that's what caused me to just lose all that time. And yeah, we're just gonna go back, get rest, and recover for tomorrow.
Love it, man. Hey, the determination, that's going to take you a long way. Love that. Drew, who do you want to thank, man?
I'd like to thank Mom, Dad, just for Team Safe, Team Green, Monster Energy, Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, all the guys, Fox, T. Hayes, Austin Hoover, Future Mex for helping me out ever since I moved down to Florida, Oakley, Aaron, all them, Team Dunlap Elite, and everybody else. Oh, Renthal, everybody else that supports me, huge thanks to.
There we go. Make some noise. Third place finisher, Drew Adams. All right, Avery Long coming up here on the box next with the second place finish. Avery Long, man, a second place out there. This was a tough one. I know you wanted the win here, man. Tell us about it.
Yeah, obviously I got off to a great start. Jake built a spectacular motor. But yeah, I got the whole shot. My Dunlop tires hooked up great. Yeah, rode a good race, and unfortunately Christian caught me. Christian's riding great, but yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Ed, Danny, Jake, my mechanic Hayden, the whole NSA Rock River Yamaha crew, Alpine Stars, Moose, 100%, Dave, Monster Army, Bell, K-Dub, the whole Farm 14 crew, just everybody in my corner. Thank you so much.
There you go, second place finisher, Avery Long. All right, Christian Yannick, come on up here, man. Get you behind the machine that you did all that work on. I'm gonna hand you the bottle of champ. Mr. Mike Burking, the AMA, gonna hand you that coveted #1 plate. There it is. And Mike Burkeen says once again, all right, do it for the gram. Loving it. Christian Yannick, buddy, incredible ride. A lot at stake against Avery Long in that one. You able to get out front and seal the deal?
Yeah, it was a great race. My jump wasn't that good, but I stuck to the inside and was, I think, third. And I got around Noah. They're all riding good. And then I caught up to Avery and just waited for the pass to happen. And it got around him and then rode my own race.
Hey, patience paying off, man. Love to see it. Congratulations to you. Who are the sponsors and people you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, all my sisters, G's for Q Safe, the whole Monster Energy team, Ring Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, my mechanic Ian, he does a lot, Twin Air, Hinson, the whole Fox crew, Renthal, DID Chains, Dunlop, Wrist Brace Guy, my friend Jet, and never forgot, thank you.
There we go. Make some noise. Your chink right there, Christian Yannick. That'll do it for us down here on the podium. Back to you, Rodney Tomlin.
All right, thanks a lot, Mikey Waynes and Christian Yannick popping the bubbly, popping bottles, as Mikey Waynes says. And as we watch here, Mike Brown out front, John Gruey in second, Barry Karsten in third, and 2.1 seconds is all that separates second and third. There's 18 seconds between first and second. And as we were going to podium there just a few moments ago, and while we watched Mike Brown and his masterful riding style over this Gatorback track, Frenchie here in tower with us, Greg Paymart, and Frenchie, I gotta ask you, man, I mean, am I the only one noticing this? Do you see a resurgence in Barry for some reason, the Barry Karsten? I mean, it looks like, I mean, not that he hasn't been competitive, not that he hasn't been aggressive, but it seems to be a new life in him this year.
Yeah, man. There's, I think he's a little busier with Corey. You know, Corey's older now, so he's not, you know, after him as much as he used to. Maybe
right.
Corey goes to train outside the border sometimes. He's still, of course, manage him and help him the best he can. But I think Corey being older, he's got a little time for himself, a little more. You know, he said, like I was saying, Barry works a full-time job, but he races every weekend. You know, his motivation never. Flex is always at the track, and also I think now that Corey's faster than him, because I asked him that, he told me he had about 10 seconds. Now he's got a target. He wants to stay with his kid. You know,
wow.
And he's got the desire to win. He wants to be up front.
And that's
just like Bronny. Bronny is competitive. I know a lot of people in the vet class is like, why is he doing the vet class? He's so fast. It's like, the guy wants to race. I mean, what option does he have? Go back to Pro National? You've done it.
Right.
He wants to race. You know, he looks awesome on the FXR gear. That's a new line, by the way. I love that. He wants to be on a motorcycle, you know, so I fully respect that because we all do.
right.
Yeah.
Now, Brownie, I know he raced professionally up until older in his career. So, you know, when a lot of guys were racing junior 25 plus, 30 plus, 35 plus, and even into the 40 plus class, Brownie wasn't even a part of those races because he was still racing professionally. Brownie comes in a little later and still on top of his game, so to speak. What's the atmosphere like around? I mean, are you guys all pretty good buddies? Does he have a good relationship with you guys?
Yeah, Brownie is a quiet guy. You know, he's very collected, but very friendly, super nice guy, and you know, like I say, competitive. You know, he raced GNCCs. He was teammate with a good friend of mine, Andrew DeLong, and I heard a lot of stories about him. You know, they were told me he'll race you to the bathroom. He wants to race. Very nice guy. Very good shape, obviously, and so technical. You know, he stands up everywhere. He floats around the track. He obviously knows how to set up his bike right. And standing in the rod, it doesn't look like he goes fast, but he's smooth. He has great style. He's very pleasure to watch. So has Gruey and all the top guys in their class. You know, and
but you're right. I mean, he looks like he's riding with very little effort, but at the same time, he's going so fast. It's just so smooth. There is no effort being applied hardly.
Yep. No, technique. You know, and through my motocross school to GPMX, that's what we try to implement to our riders, and it's just like when it's done right, it just you know, poetry.
It is absolute poetry, and poetry in motion right here as Mike Brown takes a hard right-hand turn in the bottom of the Gator pit. One final time through the finish line.
Yep.
As he takes the checker flag and goes 1-1 for the overall win in the senior 45 plus class here at Gatorback Cycle Park. John Gruey and Barry Karsten back.